is I just did this really great Yorkie live. Like, I have 3 dogs in my van right now. They're all from the same family. And I did this really great Yorkie. I did a really great video, also informational. It was wonderful and adorable. And I don't know what happened, but my live cut out and then it didn't save the video. And that was going to go on my YouTube. It's super informational and cool, and now it's not. So, FML. So I'm kind of like getting really irritated because I switched over to my husband's cell phone carrier, and now I'm starting to get super irritated because it just seems like this only started when I switched carriers. So that's okay. We're gonna do Grooming Tj. He's a very quick, like 10 all over type of dog. I'm gonna do a 5 reverse with the clipper back because it comes out the same length, and a cute little teddy bear face, which he already has a good basis for. You see how already it's a little bit round. It's just basically neatening up. And so eventually what you want to do is when you get dogs on a schedule, it becomes a lot faster and more efficient because at the end of the day, you've already got a good basis for where you are. So let's do this, Teach. I have hair in my eye. Okay, I'm okay. Like so mad. Doing a 40 on his feet with the clipper back. Okay, perfect. Double checking I got all his feet because I'm a little tired and I'm a little crazy right now. There we go. Just because you see me doing this quickly doesn't mean that you should go as quickly as I do. It really depends on your skill level. I've been doing this for quite some time. I know my comfort level. I know how quickly I can do things while doing them safely. So just keep that in mind. Especially if you're just coming into this world, it is okay to take your time and take 2 to 3 hours on a dog. It's alright. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you need to achieve a good look, that's what you need to achieve a good look. No judgment. And don't let anybody ever rush you. I hate it when like shop owners or bosses are like, you need to go faster. It's like, no. I mean, if your quality's there, go as slow as you need to. And this is coming from a small business owner and employer. The reason I can be so lenient on only giving my employees 3 or 4 dogs a day is because we charge by the hour. And we charge in order to achieve the level of quality that is expected. And so I can make just as much money doing 1 dog in 3 hours than I could doing 3 dogs in 3 hours. You know, like it's just, for me, it's the equivalent amount. So the trick that I'm running into, or the issue really at this point that I'm facing charging hourly, is that not every groomer is as fast as me. So it's a matter of like, okay, what can I do to make sure that like if I do a dog in an hour and I hire somebody to do the same dog in an hour and a half, that's not going to be this huge price difference. So I'm working on that right now. But for right now, I mean, I've got pretty good groomers that are relatively efficient and I notate how fast I was or how long a dog took me, and they do pretty good at matching that speed. So. All over, I'm going to take a 7 with the grain and the flipper back to finish off the look. I'm going to take a 5 with the grain. The flipper back is basically equivalent to like a 10 all over. So that's what I'm doing now. That's what he's always gotten. He's always gotten a 10 all over. How do you become more efficient? How do you become fast? Stick with a routine. That's how. So you want to, like my routine is I work back to front on each side. So I'll start on one side, work from the back, work on from my back all the way to the front, and then after that I'll switch sides, work from the back to the front. So I use the back. I do everything first, the back legs, everything, and then keep, move forward with the body, go from there. So, and once you get a system down, now that's my system, that's not everybody else's system. But once you get a system down that does work for you, because you're doing the same thing every time, you end up becoming really efficient at it, and you become a lot faster. You also get a little bit less confused as to where you are in the grooming process. I know some groomers who jump around and they're like, I can't remember what I was doing and I don't know what to do. And they get a little bit confused as to where they were. Perfect. Turn. Turn, 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 turn. I know, Bubba. Turn, turn, turn. Almost done. sanitary area. I normally do the feet and the sani first. But when I am doing a 10 all over equivalent, I will do the 10 all over first and then blend it into the sani. Or blend the sani into it. Now it's just scissor work from here, disinfecting my blade. So I just went on as a blade. Alright, sorry guys, pause for a second. I need to see who's texting me. Hi. Ready? Let's do scissors. Let's do scissor work. Right off the bat, I see something. Why did I miss this? Stop. Stop. Because I'm doing a 10 all over, really on these feet at this point it's just the sticky out skin. One, two, three. I'm so sorry. Oh, you smell so good. You smell good. Mom likes the tail fluffed, so we're gonna leave that fluffed. I do is I get the tip of them and then I kind of just pull them up and away. Ew. I have baby wipes for this. Pretty tightly on him, so I'm actually really surprised it's not like overtly red and raw underneath. He's a little red, but not as much as I thought it was going to be, so that's cool. Okay. Do your face. Blend in the back of his head here. So a good grooming hack that I've learned, and I don't know if it's common knowledge, probably is, when you're thinning shearing, you're blending something. So if the blend is going one way, like this, right, like straight across, you actually want to thinning shear the opposite direction, like this. And you want to kind of thinning shear and go, so if you're blending this way, you want to thinning shear and go like this. So your shears are pointed straight up, but you're actually going across with your shears pointing straight up. So back of his head right here, right, is going this direction. What I'm going to do is go the opposite direction and then just graze as I go. Again, the blend line is here, but I'm going to go the opposite direction. I feel that when you do that, you get a better blend. And then afterwards, you kind of go over and go the same direction on the fur. So after I've blended that way, then I'll go back over and blend in the perpendicular direction. Okay? So now you've got this blend going on. Okay? Let's do your face, my love. Take a scrunchie, put their ears up. Use a scrunchie, not a hair tie. Scrunchies don't cut off circulations like hair ties do. And you want to purposely leave the face a little bit messy. Right? So a lot of people, what they do is they brush down and they scissor based off of it being brushed down. You actually want to go a little messier like this, so it's not sitting perfectly straight, and then you scissor based off of that. The reason you want to do it that way is because when they shake their head after they go inside, it's not going to be that really nice laid coat that you had scissored. So you actually kind of want to scissor it based off of when they shake their head, how it's going to look. I'm using thinning shears, but a lot of people can do this with curves really fast. I like thinning shears just because I have a particular look that I like to achieve, and I find I achieve that look better when I just use thinning shears. Some people are really great with curves. Some people are really great with straights. Some people are really great with pinkers. I'm pretty decent at thinning shears. Okay, so again, I'm brushing up, kind of messing it up on purpose. This until it's pretty much where I want it to be. So now when I mess it up, all the hair still looks the same. And then what I'll do is I'll brush down with my scissors and I'll get the little longer pieces at the bottom. So again, I'm going to kind of just purposely mess it up. TJ, no, I know about this. I know. You're over it. Again, see, I'm messing it up on purpose. I'm just trying to get it to lay not perfectly. The other side, so a lot of people, again, they'll brush down and then they'll scissor based off of it being brushed down. I don't do that. I flick up and out. I go underneath, basically mess it up, and then scissor based off of it looking quote unquote messed up. Let's see a little bit more of what I'm doing over here. There we go. This is my weaker side. It is harder for me to scissor this side of the face than the other side. So what is normally recommended is you scissor your weak side first, and then that way, you know, you kind of use up your energy on your weaker end. Since the other side is a little bit more natural for you. I get that theory. I don't personally do that theory. I'm really good at matching. You give me a photo, you give me something that I need to match, and I'm really good at being able to match or make it similar. So, kind of just do my own thing there. Whack! Okay, now he's looking directly at me, and I'm basically just, at this point, making either side match. Up his, so now I'm going to release his ears. I'm going to do his mouth. He does not like it when I do his mouth, so he's probably going to give me a little bit of struggles here. I take my facial shears and I go really close to the mouth. No, I'm not constricting his breathing. He's actually able to stick his tongue out if he really wanted to, but it's enough for him to go, okay, I can't do something right now. These are little facial shears that I've found for like 10 bucks at CVS, so, you know. I'm going to go inside his mouth and pull out all those long hairs he's got hiding from me and snip them up. I just find these, like, when you're using these teeny tiny shears, they're just a little bit more precise. I know some groomers that can do lips and stuff with a 40 blade, and high five to them. I am not that confident in myself. I've tried it, I've done it, and like I tried it for, when I try a new grooming technique, I try it for a couple of weeks. That way you kind of like can get some adjustment time into it. And I tried the you know, going with a 40 blade into the mouth or whatever, and I'm like, nope. Never got used to it, never got comfortable with it, so I stopped doing it. I like to thinning shear in front of the eyes. I know a lot of groomers who will take a 10, a 30, or a 40, and they will shave right here in front of the eyes. I am not that person. Oh, are you tired? I'm sorry. Am I wasting your time? I just feel like I have a little more control. And I feel like it always causes a little less irritation. However, again, there's nothing wrong with the method of taking a 10, a 30, or a 40 down the eyes and the bridge of the nose. If you make it work, you make it work. Fabulous for you. I just don't like that personal. I don't like it personally. That's all. I have groomers who do it. I have, you know, Nohea does it. Nohea takes the blades and she shaves in front of the eyes. And she makes it look beautiful. High five to her. I personally just don't like to do it. Whoop, sorry, I fell. I'm basically finishing his visor, but he doesn't want me to. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to finish the top of his head. A lot of people will take the guard combs to the head. If you do that, that is cool. I know how to do it. I've done it before for the first 5 years of my grooming career. That's what I did. I have gone back to hand scissoring, and I just prefer hand scissoring. That's literally it. The trick with the grooming world is that there's no guaranteed method. Some methods work for some people, and other methods don't. And it's okay. And the thing is that if you can, as long as you achieve good quality safely, do whatever you need to do. You know, there's not an only correct way to do something. I know that there are staunch people that are like, no, there is only correct way to do certain things, and I'm like, but there isn't. Like, just as long as you achieve good quality, you don't hurt the dog, and you don't hurt yourself. Do you, boo? I am here for it. This is an ever-evolving and changing industry, and it is okay. Almost done. Are really tricky for me. I know that a lot of people can do like the rounded ears. That is like probably the most difficult thing for me to do, is rounded ears. So at this point, I'm just like, I do the best that I can. When people ask me for rounded ears, I'm like, my enemy. I'm sorry. Almost done. Almost done with this. Come on. You're gonna end up choking yourself, my dear. My dear. Also lay different. So this ear lays forward, this ear lays back. So we just do the best that we can with this guy. And I think we're pretty much done. Okay, bye! I'm going to stop the live because I don't know why my phone keeps shutting off. So I'm just going to stop the live here. Say bye. He's done. I have one more dog, but he's done. Bye, guys!